Children's drawings, innocent scribbles, or cryptic messages from a realm we've long forgotten? Today, we're delving into a topic that combines the innocent world of crayons and construction paper with the spine-chilling realm of the unknown. We're going to explore the mysterious and sometimes terrifying world of children's drawings. We've all seen the colorful masterpieces of young ones, proudly displayed on fridges and walls, full of sunshine, happy faces, and simple depictions of home and family. But have you ever stopped to wonder what might lurk beneath the surface of these cheerful creations? Children, with their unfiltered view of the world and their unspoiled imaginations, can sometimes tap into realms that we, as adults, have long shut out. Their drawings, seemingly innocent, may hold hidden meanings, subtle signs of things they can't quite articulate. Today, we're going to discuss 3 such drawings. 3 pieces of children's art that, on the surface, might seem like normal, everyday child's play. But the backstories that accompany these drawings are anything but ordinary. They're chilling, they're disturbing, they're tales that will make your blood run cold. We'll introduce you to the Shadow Man, a figure that haunts the canvas of a child's drawing, and as it turns out, much more. We'll take you to the Red Room, a seemingly simple drawing that hides a horrifying tale. And finally, we'll reveal the Hidden Faces, a drawing that at first glance seems innocuous but holds a terrifying secret. These are not just stories, these are the hidden horrors that children have brought to life through their art. They are the unseen, the unheard, the things that lurk in the shadows of the innocent mind. So, prepare yourself. This is a journey unlike any other. A journey into the dark, into the unknown, into the chilling world of children's drawings. Dive with us into the dark corners of the innocent mind as we unearth the hidden horrors within. Our first drawing takes us to a small town in Ohio where a little girl named Lucy began drawing a mysterious figure she called the Shadow Man. In the heart of the Midwest, nestled among cornfields and picket fences, a tiny artist was busy sketching. Lucy, with her vibrant imagination and love for colors, created a world of her own on paper. But among the rainbows and smiling suns, there was a recurring figure that stood out, a dark, faceless entity she ominously referred to as the Shadow Man. Lucy's drawings were innocent enough, filled with the usual fare of childhood art. However, the Shadow Man was a stark contrast to the cheery landscapes and playful animals. He was always there, a looming specter cast in black, towering over the otherwise joyful scenes. When asked about her mysterious figure, Lucy's eyes would fill with a sense of dread. Her small hands would clutch the crayon a little tighter. She described the Shadow Man as a tall figure, cloaked in darkness, who visited her room when the world was fast asleep. His presence was not comforting, but rather filled with a sense of foreboding. It wasn't just the drawings that were concerning. Strange occurrences began to unfold in Lucy's quaint home. Objects would be out of place, doors would creak open in the dead of night, and the once comforting silence was now often broken by unexplainable whispers. These were not the mischievous antics of a curious child, but something far more unsettling. Lucy's inexplicable fear of the Shadow Man grew. She would often wake up screaming in the middle of the night, pointing towards an empty corner of her room, insisting the Shadow Man was there. Her parents, initially dismissing these episodes as night terrors, soon began to feel a chill of unease creeping into their home. The local folklore of Ohio is filled with tales of shadowy figures and entities that lurk in the dark. Could Lucy's Shadow Man be one of these local legends making its presence known, or was it merely an embodiment of a child's wild imagination, a dark figure crafted from the corners of her mind? Psychologists often theorize that children, with their unfiltered perception of the world, can sense things that adults often miss or choose to ignore. Could Lucy, with her innocent eyes, be perceiving an unseen presence? The Shadow Man remained a constant in Lucy's drawings. Despite attempts to encourage her to draw other things, Lucy would always find a way to include the Shadow Man. He was there in the background of her family portraits, lurking behind the trees in her forest scenes, and ominously looming over her house in her neighborhood sketches. As we delve deeper into the mystery of the Shadow Man, we are left with more questions than answers. Is the Shadow Man a manifestation of Lucy's fears, or a supernatural entity making its presence known? Could it be a psychological response to some trauma, or an unexplained phenomenon that transcends our understanding of the world? The Shadow Man, a figure born from the innocent strokes of a child's crayon, casts a long, eerie shadow over our understanding of reality. He stands as a chilling reminder of the unknown, the unseen, and the unexplained. Could this shadow man be a figment of her imagination, or something far more sinister lurking in the shadows? As we delve deeper into the disturbing backstories of children's drawings, we're left to wonder what lies beneath the surface of these seemingly innocent sketches. The Shadow Man, a chilling figure drawn from the depths of a child's imagination, leaves us questioning the boundaries between reality and the world, as perceived by a child. Our next drawing comes from a boy named Jake from England, who drew what he referred to as the Red Room. This is no ordinary drawing, and Jake was no ordinary boy. A 6-year-old with a vivid imagination, Jake began to have nightmares. Nightmares that were always the same, always set in a room filled with red. A room he had never seen in his waking life, yet one he could describe in chilling detail. His parents, initially dismissing it as a child's overactive imagination, soon began to worry as the nightmares persisted. The drawing Jake presented them was simple, yet it held an eerie sense of foreboding. A room with walls, floor, and ceiling all drenched in a deep blood-red hue. There were no people, no furniture, just an empty red room. But if you asked Jake, he would tell you the room was far from empty. He spoke of the whispers that filled the room, of the cold that seeped into your bones, of the fear that clawed at your heart. This was the room of his nightmares, the Red Room. His parents, growing increasingly concerned, decided to dig a little deeper. They questioned Jake, asking him to recall every detail of his dream. The more they learned, the more their worry deepened. Jake's description of the Red Room was not simply the product of a child's imagination. It was far too detailed, far too real. One day, on a chance visit to the local library, Jake's mother stumbled upon a book about the history of their small town. As she flipped through the pages, she came across a photograph that made her blood run cold. There, in black and white, was the Red Room, an old crime scene photograph from a gruesome murder that had taken place nearly 100 years ago. History told a chilling tale of a wealthy man who had lived in their very house, a man with a dark secret. He had murdered his wife in a fit of rage, in a room he had painted red to hide the blood. The room was later sealed off and forgotten, erased from the house's blueprints. But it seemed the memory of the room and its grisly past had somehow seeped into Jake's innocent dreams. Jake's parents were horrified. They had moved into the house unaware of its dark history, and now their son was dreaming of a room that shouldn't exist. A room painted red with a century-old crime. The discovery sent a shiver down their spines. They couldn't deny the connection. They couldn't ignore the whispers of the past echoing in their son's nightmares. But could they really believe that their son was experiencing spectral memories of a horrific past? Or was it all just a coincidence? A child's nightmare fueled by an overactive imagination? The mystery of the Red Room remains unsolved. Jake continued to dream of the room, of its chilling whispers and icy cold. His parents, forever haunted by the connection between their son's nightmares and their home's grim history, were left to ponder the disturbing implications. Is the Red Room just a nightmare, or is it a spectral memory of a horrific past? The question lingers, echoing in the silence, as chilling as the Red Room itself. Our final drawing comes from a little girl in Japan, Yumi, who drew her family with extra faces hiding behind them. Picture this. A seemingly ordinary family portrait sketched with the innocent hands of a child. But upon closer inspection, you find something unsettling. Each family member sketched with care and love has another face lurking just behind them. A face that doesn't belong there. A face that shouldn't be there. This is the chilling reality of Yumi's drawing. Yumi didn't just draw these faces on a whim. She insisted with an unyielding conviction that these faces were always there, always present, always watching. These weren't imaginary friends or figments of a child's playful imagination. No, these were something different, something darker. To understand the gravity of Yumi's drawing, we must delve a bit into Japanese culture. You see, Japan has a rich folklore, teeming with tales of spirits, or yokai. These entities are believed to exist in the same realm as ours, invisible to the human eye, but always around us. Could these faces in Yumi's drawing be these unseen yokai, captured through the innocent eyes of a child? As the days passed after Yumi's drawing was made, a series of unsettling events unfolded around her family. Objects would move on their own, doors would slam shut, and whispers would echo through the house when no one was speaking. The most disturbing of all was the feeling of being watched, an eerie sensation that clung to each family member like a shadow. The family, desperate for answers, sought help from a local priest. The priest, a wise old man, looked at Yumi's drawing and saw not just extra faces, but signs of spiritual presence. He performed a cleansing ritual, hoping to free the family from the unseen spectators. But did it work? The unsettling events did subside, yes, but Yumi continued to draw the extra faces. She insisted, just as firmly as before, that the faces were still there, always present, always watching. The priest suggested that Yumi might have a unique ability to see these spirits, a notion that left her family with more questions than answers. As we ponder on Yumi's drawing and the disquieting events that followed, we're left with a chilling question. Are these hidden faces a product of a creative mind, or are they spectral entities clinging to the living? What if our reality is not as it seems? What if there are faces, entities, spirits, always lurking just out of sight? What if the innocence of a child, unclouded by the skepticism of adulthood, can see what we cannot? These questions, as unsettling as they may be, are the essence of Yumi's drawing. A drawing that serves as a stark reminder of the unseen world that might exist parallel to ours. A world where faces hide behind us, watching, waiting, and clinging to the living. Are these hidden faces a product of a creative mind, or are they spectral entities clinging to the living? We may never know for sure, but one thing is certain: Yumi's drawing, with its hidden faces, continues to intrigue and chill us to the bone. And perhaps it serves as a reminder that sometimes the most disturbing horrors are the ones we can't see. These drawings, innocent as they may seem, carry with them a chilling implication. As we delve deeper into the meaning behind these seemingly innocuous child's play, we are confronted with the unsettling realization that these are not just mere doodles or figments of an active imagination. These are manifestations of something far more sinister and disturbing. They are windows into the unknown, into the chilling depths of innocence and horror. Each stroke of the crayon, each splash of color, holds a tale of the unseen, a narrative that transcends the physical realm. They are silent screams, unspoken fears, and whispered secrets, all captured on a piece of paper. They are testimonies of a child's encounter with the supernatural, their sensitivity to the spiritual realm, a sensitivity that we adults, in our skepticism and rationality, have long lost. The Shadow Man, the Red Room, the Hidden Faces. They are not just random names or spooky stories to give you the chills. They represent a reality that we are often too afraid to acknowledge, a reality that children in their innocence are more open to perceive. Their minds, uncluttered by the biases and prejudices of the adult world, are more receptive to the energies and entities that exist beyond our perception. The Shadow Man, a dark figure looming in the corners of a child's room, unseen by adult eyes, yet a terrifying reality for the child. The Red Room, a place of fear and dread, painted in the unsettling hues of danger and distress. The Hidden Faces, an army of unseen entities, lurking in the shadows, watching, waiting. These are not mere figments of a child's imagination. They are glimpses into a world that exists parallel to ours, a world that we are blissfully or perhaps conveniently ignorant of. The implications of these drawings are far-reaching and profound. They challenge our perception of reality, urging us to question what we believe and what we dismiss. They invite us to reconsider our understanding of the spiritual realm, to acknowledge the possibility that there might be more to this world than what meets the eye. They remind us that horror is not always found in ghost stories or haunted houses. It often lies within the unknown, within the depths of innocence and horror. These drawings also bring to light the importance of listening to our children, of paying attention to their fears and anxieties. They might be seeing things that we, in our adult blindness, cannot. Dismissing these as mere child's play or an overactive imagination might be doing them a great disservice. Instead, we should offer them a safe space to express their fears, to share their experiences, and to navigate through their encounters with the supernatural. Moreover, these drawings serve as a reminder of the thin line that separates the physical and spiritual realms. They are a testament to the coexistence of the seen and the unseen, the known and the unknown, the living and the dead. They are a chilling reminder that we are not alone, that there are entities and energies that share our space, unseen, unheard, but very much present. In the end, these are not just drawings, but windows into the unknown, into the chilling depths of innocence and horror. They are an invitation to explore the unexplored, to question the unquestioned, to perceive the unperceived. They challenge us to step out of our comfort zones, to confront our fears, and to delve deeper into the mysteries of the supernatural. They are a chilling reminder of the horror that lies within the unknown, within the unseen, within the unspoken. These drawings, innocent as they may seem, carry with them a chilling implication. They are not just art, they are not just imagination. They are a terrifying reality. A reality that we, in our skepticism and rationality, choose to ignore, but a reality nonetheless. In the end, these are not just drawings, but windows into the unknown, into the chilling depths of innocence and horror. Children's drawings, once seen as innocent scribbles, now become portals to the unknown. We've journeyed together through the disturbing narratives revealed in 3 such drawings. The shadows of these tales cast long and eerie specters on what we previously perceived as merely child's play. Our journey began with the Shadow Man, a figure of dread and mystery. The child's artistry seemed to capture an entity unseen by adult eyes, hinting at the possibility of children being more attuned to the spectral realm. This spectral figure, lurking in the corners of the child's world, brought forth questions about the nature of reality itself. Then we found ourselves trapped within the confines of the Red Room. Its starkly crimson walls bore witness to a reality too terrifying for the child to express in words. The room, a symbol of fear and entrapment, offered a chilling insight into the child's psyche and the horrors that may reside therein. Finally, we were faced with the hidden faces, a multitude of expressions etched into the background of the child's drawing. These faces, present yet unnoticed, suggested the presence of unseen entities, perhaps watching, perhaps waiting. The disturbing multitude of these hidden faces forces us to question the reality we think we know. These 3 drawings, each with their chilling implications, compel us to rethink our assumptions about the innocence of children's artistry. They underscore the notion that children, with their unfiltered perception, might indeed be more attuned to the unseen, to realities beyond our common understanding. But let's not forget, these are just interpretations, possibilities drawn from the abyss of the unknown. The true nature of these drawings, the reality they represent, remains a mystery. Perhaps it's a mystery better left unsolved. Remember, the next time you look at a child's drawing, you may be peering into the abyss. Sweet dreams.